Okay, so for our next lesson, we are going to discuss part 2 of lesson 1, which is numerical summary measures and variability. Okay, so at the end of the lesson, you should be able to compute the mean, median, and mode for ungrouped and group data, compute deciles, quartiles, percentiles for group data, and the standard deviation and variance. Okay, so before we go to the computations, let us first discuss the different summation notation. So when we see the symbol epsilon, this means that we need to sum or get the summation of a certain series. Okay, this is very familiar to you from Math 10, yung mga Taylor series, mga Taylor series and all, no, na dinidiscuss ninyo doon. So, makikita ninyo dito, example na to ay yung summation of x sub I from I equal to 1 to n. So, this means that it is the summation of all x's, x1, x2, until x sub n. So, simply put, ito lang naman ang simplified version niya. Okay? So, all other rules of summation are indicated on this side. Mas maintindihan ninyo yan kapag ginagamit na natin siya later on. Okay? So, moving on. We are going to discuss the measures of central tendency. Okay? So, if we are going to go back to our previous lesson, we had the table, di ba? Meron tayong table. Okay? So, dito yung ating mga classes. Dito yung tally. Okay? Ito yung frequency, etc., etc., kung ano yung mga nandoon. So, this one is just a figure. So, you can use that sa paper ninyo sa research. But the most important one is actually yung words na nakasulat dun sa explanation ng table na yan. And to summarize the table, usually, ang ginagawa natin is to find the central tendency. When we say central tendency, we need to describe the tendency of the data, no? The tendency of the data or yung tinatawag nating average. Yung central tendency ng data is actually average. Ano ba ang majority na nakikita natin doon? Halimbawa, kung babalikan natin yung example natin na mga ano ba yung example natin dati? Yung interlocking blocks natin in pounds per square inch. So, 50 yon. Kung 50 yung hollow blocks na tinest mo ang compressive strength, so what can you say in summary dun sa mga mineasure mong yon? So, sasabihin mo, on the average, ang compressive strength ng mga hollow blocks is ganyan. So, yung number na yon is actually, yun yung kino-compute natin. Okay? So, merong tatlo na pwede mong magamit for that numerical value, no? You get the arithmetic mean, you get the median, or you get the mode. Okay? So, sa arithmetic mean, this is a mathematical representation of the typical value of a series of numbers computed as the sum of all the numbers in the series divided by the count of all numbers in the series. The arithmetic mean is sometimes referred to as the average or simply the mean. Okay? So, the next one is the median, which is a number in statistics that tells you where the middle of the data is. Kaya nga siya tinatawag na central tendency. We are looking at the middle, yung gitna. Okay? Now, dun sa mode naman, this is a term that refers to the most frequently occurring number, yung pinakamarami. So, halimbawa, dun sa hollow blocks natin, ang readings natin mostly ay 150 PSI. So, kung yun ang pinakamaraming reading, yun ang ilalagay mo. Most of the hollow blocks, kamang ganyan, have a compressive strength of 150 PSI. So, in that case, you use the mode. Okay? Kung ano ang gagamitin, mean, median, or mode, is really up to the researcher or the writer kung ano sa tingin niya ang most appropriate para dun sa data. Okay? Usually, ang gamit natin is yung mean. No? Mamaya makikita natin bakit yung mean ang ginagamit instead of the mode, instead of... Okay? So, there are notations here, no? If I'm going to read that, you probably won't understand. Let us just go to the formula. Okay? So, remember, in our frequency distribution, meron tayong ungroup at saka group data. Remember that. So, first, we discuss muna yung ungroup data. Sa ungroup data, ito ang formula. Mean is equal to the summation of x sub I from I equal to 1 raised to n or to n divided by n. So, pag ganito ang symbol, this is population mean. Okay? Pag ito yung symbol, ito yung sample mean. Ibig sabihin, kung population mean yan, kinuha mo siya dun sa kabuuan. Pag sample mean, galing yung mean na computation sa samples mo. Okay? So, sabi natin kanina, merong mas simpleng representation nito, hindi na natin nilalagay. Ginaganyan na lang natin siya, oh. Summation of xi over n na malaki. Pwede na yan. Hindi na natin nilalagay yung I is equal to 1 raised to n. Dito naman, mean is x sub I na maliit at saka n na maliit. No? Or we can also use sa sample mean, kung paulit-ulit yung data, merong frequency, we can also use the formula Fi xi, summation of Fi xi divided by n. Okay? Divided by n. Alright, so dito, let's have an example. The following data represent the time in seconds for 9 glued samples to dry and attain its bond strength. So, pinapakalculate natin yung mean natin. No? Kung ilang seconds magdidikit yung mga objects na ginamitan natin ng glue. Kumbaga gusto nating ma-test kung yung glue ba na yun ay mabilis magdikit or hindi. Okay? So, eto yung mga seconds na yun. 3.6, 2.5, siyam sila eh. And since we have 9, we have an ungroup data. Okay? So, ang formula natin is summation of xi over n. So, saan nakuha ito? Kapag sinabi natin summation of xi, eto kasi yung x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 3, okay? X sub 6, x sub 7, 8, and 9. So, kapag sinabi natin I is equal to 1 to n, buo, lahat sila hanggang sa last data. So, ang ginawa natin, we added 3.6, 2.5, 3.1, hanggang 3.4. Tuloy-tuloy yun. And then divide it sa 9 kasi 9 sila. So, we get 3.2 seconds. Okay? Now, this is Mina. So, paano ka ngayon susulat? So, sasabihin mo dun sa iyong study, dun sa iyong manuscript, o based on the glued samples, the researchers have experimented to try, no? It is seen that in a matter of approximately 3.2 seconds, the samples attain their bond strength. Ganon. Okay? Kuha? So, yung words natin ang importante doon, yung information based dito sa number. Hindi yung mean niya 3.2. It doesn't really appeal to anyone. You explain. Yun ang importante. Okay? You use the computation to explain. Now, ito yung example natin pag kukunin natin yung mean ng group data. Ang formula na gagamitin ay this one. So, simply, kung babawasan natin yung mga notations dyan, yan lang naman ang ibig sabihin yan. And this will in turn be the solution or the guide for the solution ng inyong problem. Let us take the example presented in lesson 1. So, syempre may frequency yon. Ito yung class mark. Ang gagawin mo lang, since sabi niya, get the total of FIXI. So, you have to just multiply etong dalawa to get this. Ito, multiply and to get that, etc. And then get the total, which is 972. So, following the formula, i-divide mo lang yun sa n, which is 40. We get 24.3 miles per gallon. That is how simple the arithmetic mean is computed sa group data. Ngayon, ang problema nga lang, dapat ang classes mo at saka frequency ay eksaktong-eksakto. So, kung medyo iba siya doon sa solution natin, magkakaroon ka ng ibang answer dito. Okay? So, remember our rules in writing the classes, no? In solving R, M, and C. For this example naman, if you remember this example from lesson 1, ito yung sodium nitrate bags, 'di ba? Tapos 30 lang sila, so it's ungrouped data. So sa ungrouped data, you can also use yung FIXI natin as long as merong frequency, no? Pero kung nilista mo yan kagaya dun sa isang homework natin, yung 15, nilista mo yan ng 15 rows, hindi mo magagamit yung FIXI. All you have to do is add mo lahat yung 15 na yon, divide mo sa 15. Hindi na siya ganito na kailangan pang i-multiply ito at saka ito para lang makuha yon. So, multiply this, makukuha yan. Okay? So, eto ngayon ay yung total, divide lang ulit sa 30. We get 1.49 kilos. For this lesson naman, this section, we are going to discuss yung median, kung paano siya isosolve. Pag sinabi nating median, it means middle, gitna. So, kung ikaw ay merong ungrouped data na 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 na data, dahil odd yung 9, yung pinakagitna ang nagiging median natin. Okay? So, kapag naman meron kang even numbered na data, 2, 4, 6, 8, ang gagawin mo, kukunin mo yung dalawang nasa pinakahati, tapos i-divide mo yon sa 2. Yun ang iyong magiging median. Remember, you have to arrange your data in ascending or descending order bago mo makita yung middle. Kapag naman group data tayo, ito yung ating formula. Okay? Ang una mong gagawin, kung ito yung mga given, ang given kasi lagi dyan is classes, yung F, at saka yung X natin. Okay? So, actually, itong FIX ay part ng computation ng mean natin eh. No? So, ang una mong gagawin, dito sa formula, ay hanapin yung N over 2. Lagi sa median, N over 2 kasi gitna. So, dahil ikaw ay merong 40 na data, divide mo yun ng 2, magkakaroon tayo ng 20. Tapos, pupunta ka dito sa frequency column, mag-a-add ka ng numbers hanggang marating mo yung 20 or kahit sumobra. Hindi pwedeng kulang. Okay? So, umpisa natin. 2 plus 3 is 5. Plus 7, 12. Plus 8, 20. Kaya, ito yung naka-highlight. Ibig sabihin, itong naka-highlight ng yellow is your median class. Okay? Median class. So, kung alam mo yung median class, alam mo yung lower class boundary ng median class. So, dun sa iyong frequency table, I'll remove this one, meron tayong column doon na ginagawa for class boundary. 'Di ba? If this is your median class, ang katapat niyang boundary ay 23.95 to 24.45. Go back to our example dun sa lesson 1, makikita nyo yung class boundaries natin dito. Kaya kung lower, ito yung lower kasi ito yung higher. Ito yung lower class boundary, kaya 23.95. Tapos dito ay n over 2, edi 40 over 2 minus nung summation of frequencies lower than the median class. Ibig sabihin, i-add mo yung mga lower class. Lower ito kasi ito yung higher. Okay? Hindi yung positioning, pero yung numbering, no? So, 2 plus 3 plus 7, ayun sila. Divide mo ngayon nung naka-highlight ng yellow, nakatapat ng median class. Multiplied by C. Ang C natin is yung difference ng bawat rows natin. 2 succeeding rows natin. Okay? Ito rin yung C na sinolve mo dun sa RMC. So, makukuha natin ay 24.45 miles per gallon. Okay? Kung naalala ninyo yung mean natin, kanina, 24.3 miles per gallon. Ang median, 24.45. Ayan. So, hindi sila nagkakalayo. Okay? Ito naman, yung mode. Sa mode naman, most frequently occurring number found in the set. So, kung meron tayong set of numbers, this one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 13 samples. Okay? Ang gagawin mo, arrange from lowest value to highest value. Or observe na lang, sino yung nag-ulit-ulit. Yung 3, dalawa sila. Okay, yung 10, so, sa 3, dalawang frequency. Yung 10, okay, dalawa ulit. Yung 11, dalawa. Yung 9, tatlo. Yung 9, tatlo. O, di yun ang pinakamarami. Siya yung pinakamarami, di sabihin mo 9. O, di sabihin mo, among the 13 samples, no? Most of the samples have band attainment of 9 seconds kung yun ang iyong study. Okay? Yung na-attain yung band strength niya, 9 seconds, pinakamarami sa kanila. Ganun ang mode. Okay? So, dito naman, dahil wala nag-ulit, no mode. You cannot use mode to describe the set. Pwedeng gamitin mo median or pwedeng gamitin mo ang mean. Dito naman, okay, based on the observation, dalawa ang nag-ulit-ulit. Pantay sila. Dalawa yung mode mo. Sasabihin mo, there are cases wherein, kamang ganyan, nag-ulit-ulit, no, ng parehas, yung 5.4 at saka 8.5. Yan ang mode. Okay, gets? Now, dun sa ating mode ng group data, ang formula ay ito. Okay? Ayan na naman si L sub MO, lower class boundary of the modal class. Ibig sabihin, we need to first find this one. Modal class. Ay, single lang pala yung L. Okay? O, modal class. So, paano mo mahanap yung modal class? Hanapin mo yung most number of frequency. So, in this case, you will see here 14. Okay? So, etong naka-highlight ang modal class. No? So, ano ngayon yung lower class boundary? Kung babalikan natin yung table natin, ano ang lower class boundary nito? 24.45. Kaya 24.45 yung ginamit doon. Okay? Tapos, so, meron na tayo nito. Ano yung D1 at saka ano yung D2? Yung D1, excess of modal frequency over frequency of the next lower class. Yung isa, D2, excess of modal frequency over frequency of the next higher class. Ito yung lower class, ha. Ito yung mga higher class. Kasi 22 dito 25 na to eh. So, you need to be careful kasi merong mga nagtanong na estudyante, ma'am, pwede bang baliktad yung table ko? Pwede. Dito nila umimpisahan sa baba yung 22.5 to 22.9, tapos sa taas yung 25.5 to 25.9. Pwede naman yan. Yun nga lang, magbabaliktad yung pattern natin mamaya pag magdi-discuss tayo ng solution. Ito ang reference natin. Ang D1, lower class. So, ang lower class, yung mga nandito sa taas. 14 minus 8. Iyon ang D sub 1. Ayan o, 14 minus 8. 6. Kaya 6 ito. Okay? Ang D2, frequency minus ng next higher. Higher to mga to ha. O. E di 14 minus 5. Di meron kang 9. So, 6 plus 9. 6 over 15 siya niyan. Times 0.5 na C. Ang C natin, anywhere else makukuha mo. Just subtract the two classes. Makukuha mo yung 0.5. Pare-pareho naman yan eh. Hindi mo pwede magkakaiba yan, no? Oh. So, ayan, makukuha natin 24.55. If I remember it right, ang ating mean 24.3, ang ating median kanina 24.45 yata 'yon, no? Ang mode natin 24.55. Hindi talaga magpaparehas 'yan, no? Merong mga times na parehas, merong times na hindi. Kasi magkaiba tayo ng tinitignan dun sa data. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo, malapit lang naman ang kanilang values. Kasi nga, ang tinitignan natin, yung central tendency, yung gitna nila, no? Yung pinaka re-represent ng data sa 40 yan. Okay? Yun lang naman ang purpose natin. Some books sabi, the higher the samples, the nearer yung mga values na ito. So, any method na gusto mong gamitin dyan, yun, pwede mong gamitin. Huwag mo na gamitin yung lahat. Halimbawa, meron kang research. Ginamit mo lahat. No, hindi naman na kailangan. So, lahat yun ay gagamitin mo. Pinakita mo yung median, pinakita mo yung mode, pinakita mo pa yung average. So, isa lang. Okay? So, let's continue. Okay?